Mm. We've been since the day this all went down. I just been doing yoga every day online. So it's just been a Zoom bonanza. Just 7 a week for the most part, and it just is like need to get a rhythm going, and yeah, it's just a ton, and I just gradually. Hey, how are you? Hi, Laura. Welcome back. Hi, David. Flying solo today? Oh. There's just one cable to mind here. Hi, Nancy. It's one little cable. Thanks. Oh, of course. Of course. 6 or 7. I know Karin will join us in the rafters. So we got all the room in the world. Michelle will come, although being a little. There she is. It's getting a little. Nah. Yeah. Thank you. We did a tandem mat ride. What's your mileage today? Get it on. For Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, you may want this longer strap when we get around to it, but I'll take it for now. Sure. Yeah, I could use that, yes, or the computer has a clock. They make these computers with clocks nowadays. I have Sundial app on myself. It was beautiful. Uh, the sun set at exactly Shavasana. It was just like this. The breeze was perfect. Got it. keeping it lush, lush and springy. Two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, this is us. Is this adequate sound for you? Can you hear this all right? Hey, Susan. Sound. Is this adequately volumed for you? Great. Do I feel too far away over there? Well, I can I can bring it in. It's just was sometimes I would put on like when I was doing sound recording, I'd put on like archive.org and just run like black and white reels just for like a visual background, just a visual ambiance. I don't know, you just might put on some ocean waves and a yoga class for ambiance. All right, let's have some outdoor. So thanks for being here. Let's begin aligning skull bones over sit bones, connecting to deep ujjayi breath. Feel the shoulders relax down. Feel the hands relax. So our aim, our intention today, really simple, is to connect to our deep breath every single moment that we can remember. It's this gorgeous and visceral way of just treasuring each of these precious moments that we experience in presence, in present time. This is a great gift. So the act of coming back to our senses, I'm breathing now, I'm feeling in my body, is this gentle way of gradually untethering our conditioned responses. So just each and every moment, just reconnecting to breath, this breath, reconnecting to senses of smell and touch. What am I feeling? What am I noticing with my senses right now? For our pranayama this morning, let's work rounds of Brahmari. Brahmari is that light humming that just gets everything buzzing. Additionally, that buzzing has some gas exchange, blood gas exchange benefits that actually starts to relax and dilate the blood vessels. So Brahmari is this cool way to get into our vessels and our tubes. So when you're ready, deep inhalation. With the lips gently closed, hum, buzz for the duration of exhale. And we'll do several rounds. And in the next and last three after these, escort that buzz into the sinus cavity, into the face, into the head. As you conclude those rounds, reconnect to your deep Ujjayi breath, feeling if qualitatively your breath has changed. Great. When you open your eyes, let's get ready for a twist. We'll put our right foot on top of our left thigh. Working this for the sky, right? You can use your left hand propped on your leg. This is the sound. Making it unmissable. And head as you inhale, spread breath through your core. So this experience of our body, right, as we're willing to move it, experience. And just by glancing around, I'm going to suggest in these next 1 or 2 deep breaths that we have in this twist, feel for back of heart, the ribs around the heart. There you go. And release. It's good to get started. When we unwind, let's set up for dolphin, please. So we go elbows under shoulders, forearms out in front. And sometimes when I'm on that softer surface, I'll clasp hands. It just creates a little more steadiness. Sometimes when I'm on grass, things shift around a bit. So pushing down, inhale into the back of the heart. Curl toes under, exhaling knees off the ground. Here we go. As I'm pressing out through the shoulders, feel the neck and the neck bones relaxing down. And connect to an even deeper breath. Right? And there's something just so pleasurable about getting to enjoy a deep breath, a feeling of being in one's body, unencumbered. There's such a pleasurable sense of rich. Is to say the flip of that is true. When we come back into our body and feel the feelings and sense all that there is to sense, when we intentionally enrich our visceral experience, we start to pare out a lot of the discursive thinking, a lot of the circular thoughts and the rehearsals and the language and the storyboarding and good. That's great, Tweebs. Press out of shoulders. Your legs will help. That's it. That's it. It's like lifting the back of your thighs back. That's it. Yes. Yes. That's it. I'm starting to get into a deep breath into those shoulder blade, back of heart spots. That's it, Tweebs. That's it. And for now, gently set down. We're going to give the shoulders some love today, but now let's lie on back. And with the feet off the ground, knees over hips, work this breath into the low belly and the low back. When we dose in that right amount of abdominal tension or pressure, we create a little pressure system in the abdominal cavity that can actually help support the low back. So this is a wonderful way to remember that and relearn that. So I use a little abdominal abdominal pressure to put the low back toward the ground, and then inhaling into the belly, right between the navel and the spine, and pick the head up just a little bit. Now exhaling, reach the left leg out. Straighten it all the way as if reaching that leg away from the pelvis, and now pull low belly down as deeply, as far as you can. And then let it go. Inhale, bend left knee. Curl tailbone. Exhale, reach out through the right leg. So it's not just straightening it, it's straightening it. Send it out. So you feel that slight elongation through the tissues. Pull low belly down. It's below the navel. And we'll continue. Inhaling, bend the right knee. Pause, a little abdominal pressure keeps the back from wiggling up and down. Exhale, left leg reaches out. There it is. Press it out, send it out, drawing low belly down. Inhale, bend left knee. A little abdominal pressure. Exhale, right leg reaches out. Keep some of that abdominal pressure. It's a little bit of a dance between abdominal pressure and abdominal fluidity, pulling that low belly down. Let's do 3 more on each side. Inhaling, bending the right. Exhaling, reaching out through the left. There's some abdominal pressure, but there's also abdominal fluidity. Pull belly down. Right, inhaling. Right leg. Last 2 on your own. Now by keeping that low back or that top rim of sacrum on the ground, a couple of things happen. We'll start to connect to these low belly muscles that are part of that belt of support around that L5, that sacral low back area. And 2, we start to, so we can hold our back down in that way, the outreach of the leg can start to unjam the sacrum. Let me get you on this side, since you got that jam up here. Pull the belly down, pull the belly down, way down, way down. And if nothing else, we get a richer connection to the belly and maybe an even richer connection to our breath. Okay. And we'll just do 1 more frog lifting through. So while we're lying on back, bring feet off ground just as they were, and I'll separate the knees and the legs. Shoulder blades off. And when you're through, oh, cool. Does anyone need a block? Do you have a block? I'll get you one. Do you have a block, Nancy? I get you one. Okay. Good. Head into bridge. Yeah. So we'll set the feet up for bridge. We got that block nearby. So the feet can point straight ahead, parallel. Inhaling into that low belly. Lifting and moving the chest bones toward the chin so the whole spine lifts and elongates. Exhale, curl the tailbone and the buttock off of the ground. The low back lifts, the mid-spine elevates. And we are in bridge. So at any moment that you like, slide that block the tall way underneath your sacrum. You can put it across the width of your sacrum. You can the length of one of them might be to you. And part of this block can offer like a great connection to the butt and the hip area. So when you feel the tip of your tailbone shift slightly up away from the block, and you feel the top rim of the sacrum move ever so slightly down toward the block, there's usually a few more buttock muscles that start to turn on, start to engage. Learn if you can breathe deeply in the pelvis while those buttock muscles are functioning more strongly. And we'll work half Virasana. So the right hand, reach down, grab a hold of that right foot, and draw that right foot back. So you're placing the top of the foot either in your hand or on the ground. Yep. And it really will just depend on the toe joints and the arch muscles, okay, those foot muscles. How steady and strong pressure down through the left leg and foot bones. Inhaling, can your breath reach the pelvis? Can you feel your breath, sense it in your pelvis? And then exhaling, gently reach through both thigh bones. And as you reach, you might get a handful of sensations. They might be stretch. You might feel a quality of decompression, like you're growing more space. Just in case. I just noticed. And when we release, we'll switch sides. So we set that right foot down. And we get a steady press. If something started to move or kind of lengthen or open up, you might be able to press down, shifting the tailbone up and feel a whole new kind of line of engagement through those buttock muscles, through the hip area. And then left hand, draw left foot. Draw it back. Yeah. Keep steadily pressing down through right foot. Inhale. grow your breath away from the block. Exhaling, gently reach out through your thigh bones. And in these next couple deep breaths, as you're reaching the thigh bones forward gently, can you continue lifting, growing the chest bones toward your face? So there's this gentle and prolonged kind of elongative action occurring through the spine. And when we release, we'll set that left foot down. Strong press, lifting off the block. And we'll remove that thing. And take your time lowering your spine down. Great. Turn onto a side and let's press up to standing. If anyone wants a sweet sunspot, got one here for sale. We could arm wrestle over it for tomorrow. This is the, the sunspot. Inhale, bend knees, reach arms overhead. Chair pose. Exhaling, fold forward, relaxing the neck. Feet active. Use hands on the ground or the legs to move the chest away from the lap. And let's set our hands down, and as we exhale, step the feet back and lower all the way down. So we're going to warm the shoulders and the back gradually. Cobra first. Reach through the inner legs. Inhale. Belly into the ground. Pull the chest forward, sliding those shoulders away from the neck. Exhaling, lower, downward dog. Reset. And press back. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior. And here, we'll take a couple extra breaths. Exhaling, shift the tailbone slightly down, just like we did in that bridge. Lift the low back away from the tailbone. With another deep breath, lift the mid-spine away from the low back. Twisting warrior. Exhaling, we'll hook left elbow over right thigh. Left hand makes a fist, right hand presses against it. And just every single moment we can remember. It's a simple move, but it's a move that brings us back to our senses. It's connecting to our deep Ujjayi breath. So we keep remembering to hear, to feel, to sense. Inhaling, unwind. We'll set hands down. Exhale, chaturanga. Let's step the right foot lower all the way to the ground. Cobra. Inhale. From the abdomen into those low ribs, into those upper chest bones, upper back bones. Exhaling, lower down, downward dog. Warrior one. Inhale, left foot forward. And we'll be here just a couple extra breaths. Exhaling, slightly shift the tailbone down. It's not a clenching of the pelvis. It's subtler than that. In fact, I want to urge you to be really subtle with that tailbone move. Doing it. If we control the pelvic and capacity to send. On your next exhale, we'll hook that right elbow over the left thigh. That's pretty neat when we make that little relax. I caught that with you, Laura. And the whole breath just goes whoosh. It's neat. So try this out, Michelle. Reach out through that right leg. Deep breath into your right side low back sacrum, like you're trying to feel and fit the breath right in that super low. There you go. There it is. Just letting all that musculature that's been kind of bound and wound there, just letting it letting that breath just start to dissolve right in there. Inhale, unwind. When we set the hands down, let's the left foot back, lower all the way down to the ground. We're working the shoulder blade area a little bit. When we do this, we're a little bit extended in the back. Sometimes what I like is you block right between muscles so I don't feel smushed up in the low back. So that's an option. Add it in now if you like. You can all of those leg parts turn. And now feel, you squeeze the block, you squeeze the legs together, you reach them back. Feel already what's happened in your low back. Deep breath under those low back bones. Let them go a little bit. Squeeze the middle parts of your shoulder blades. Let them go a little bit. Blades, let them shoulder blades. Exhale, downward dog. Easy twisting warrior. Inhale, right foot forward. Keep the left hand down. So easy in the sense that our belly is freed up from the thigh. Raise the right arm. Good. As you're pressing out through your arms and your shoulders, connect to a deep breath. So bringing our awareness, momentarily focusing into the chest, helps us sense the front of the heart. Helps us, as we're sensing the front of the heart, to come back into present time. It's kind of like refreshing, renewing, refreshing, updating our heart sensing capacities. So every time we reconnect to breath and sensing, it's like an update. Oh, this is what I'm actually feeling in my heart right now. Right now. Right now, it might feel a little stiff. Right now, it might feel a little stretched. Right now, it might feel a little heavy. Inhale, bring the right hand down and the left knee. Set the left knee down. And if you have the surface, you want to stick a little extra padding underneath. That's nice. Twisting lunge interlock. So now exhale that left armpit over the right thigh and fold this left hand under the right thigh. Now if the hands don't connect today, just snuggle that armpit down and we can find some waistband to grab. So here, Tweebs, feel that you're pulling that left humerus back. So instead of letting the leg push the head of the humerus forward, feel for gliding that left head of humerus back. There you go. That's starting. So you're going to feel the arm bone glide around the rib cage almost. You're going to take a little finesse and muscle find. And sometimes to find those shoulder muscles, Tweebs, you might just open and clench your left hand. Right? Because we know that grip is going to signal to those rotators. There you go. So there, you're starting to find that stuff. Good. That's it. Release. Inhale, unwind. When we set the hands down, we'll exhale and lower. Okay? If the block is there to grab, that's perfectly fine. Fingertips, find the bottom of your butt. We're going to hook into the sit bones. So again, I like the block, but I'll squeeze whatever I can squeeze. So grabbing the bottom of the butt, inhale, shifting the tailbone down, lift the chest up. So what we get here is insurance that our butt is on. And now exhale, reach out through those legs and feel how that steadies the butt contraction. We'll give it 2 more breaths. With the butt contracted, get breath under the low back. Under those low back spine bones. That's it. That's it. So I want you to feel that the butt can operate the pelvis, but the butt squeeze does not need to impede our breath getting into those areas. That's great. And release. That's a good find in there. Inhale, hands under chest. Exhale, downward dog. Now we'll do the other side. Easy twisting warrior. Inhale the left foot forward. The right hand can stay down. Draw the left arm up. Okay. All right. Maybe hang on, we're wonderful spot right in here. Yeah. Feel if you can breathe It's like free. Good. In this next reaching moment, Kara, I feel that so. Bring the left hand down and the right knee down. Interlock. So now exhale the right. This is good. Breathe. Twist. Set that. Exhaling lower all the way down. Block is optional for boat. Boat. Clasp hands behind back. Now, if you like the protection that grabbing the bottom of the butt provided, if you like that glute insurance, go for it. Otherwise, get your glutes on anyway. Inhale, float the chest a little bit up, kind of lengthening the chest forward. Exhale, stretch those leg bones straight back. It's like you're feeling bone move away from bone. And release. When you slide the hands under the chest, inhale your belly into the ground and feel how that breath then kind of floats up under the back tissues and the backbones. Exhale, downward dog. All right. Now inhale the right foot forward for lunge, the left knee, left heel up. So a couple of things. If you have a back issue, like if your back's a little jammed up, so maybe you like this, you can keep your hands down. Because as you're reaching this left leg back, keeping this more neutral low back can help you kind of unjam some stuff. However, we are going today. So if your back is like absorbing this stuff wonderfully, just bring your hands to either your leg or skyward. And squeeze slightly that inner left ankle, just squeezing it slightly inwardly. So when you squeeze that inwardly, I feel like you are pushing. Yes, and when you feel that pressure, I bet we're going to get a whole awesome line of connect to that inner left hip. So for me, that exacting foot pressure right through those first couple of ball mounts. Gets me right into that inner hip territory, a rich, rich area. Now, if you're feeling that hip or that quad getting a little quivery, connect to your deep breath, and can it get to the sensation place? Yes, yes. Good. Go even a little, like really luxuriate. Ooh. Awesome. Bring the hands down. I'll recommend patting the left knee for lunge. So we got that left knee down. Left hand, grab left foot. Whoa. So here's where that buttock stuff really comes in handy. If you can engage that buttock, you'll feel how it, especially here, helps decompress the back. But my quad feels tighter. Yes. Yes. That's it. So I'll actually use that glute contraction to help open up the front of the hip. So how is that, Tweebs, when you get right into that left butt? Can you make, yes. Deep breaths. You got it. Those are your bikers. So on a pragmatic, athletic note, when these are open, your cadence is easier. Faster, easier. Right? When there's less resistance, there's more power deliverance. Good. Now the ultimate big challenge here. Relax the lip muscles for one deep breath more. And when you release, inhale, set the hands down. Exhale, step back, lower, chaturanga. And at this point, if you want upward dog, inhale, pull the elbows back, press the chest up. Exhaling, downward dog. So do that lunge on the other side. Inhale, left foot forward, keeping the right knee, right heel up. So again, if my back feels a little goofy, I'll keep the hands down until it feels like I'm able to decongest the stuff. Otherwise, you can bring hands and torso more upright or arms overhead. And you get quite precise in the foot to take you directly into the hip. So I treat that foot as more like a window into the hip, a window into the core. There you go. Exactly. It's that little internal. Oh, that's sweet. There you go. Now the left leg will learn how to. Yeah. Whew. There we go. Buzzing. I'm going to challenge you on this one too. Take your arms, lift. Oh. These half inches shouldn't matter so much. All right, inhale. Let's bring the hands down and the right knee down. Please cushion it. So we're going to grab that right foot. And when we grab that right foot, we draw it toward the hip. Right here too, if you can enact that gluteal contraction. It's not a whole pelvic clench. It's not a genital contraction. It's very precise. It's the butt right by that sit bone. That's it. That's it, Laura. And when you feel that little quivering bundle of connection between the quad and the hip, and with your next couple of breaths, lift the abdomen away from the pelvis. That's it, Corinne. That's it. Keep that gluteal contraction. You can lunge in. You know, that's where the stuff is for you, I bet. And then let me show you this. This very, very tiny move as you, as you press into that inner left foot, and you kind of internally rotate that right. So, yes, it's almost like and your lips wrinkle up the hips. There it is. Now bring your navel sternum toward me. Turn your chest toward me. Turn your chest toward me. There you go. There. Now we're getting right into that. And release. Inhale, hands to ground. Exhale, chaturanga. So when we lower, inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. Whew. Inhale the right foot forward. Archer, warrior one. So, if you're using a strap, the right hand may lower it to the left. If you need a strap, I'll give you this one. Yeah, we got him. We got stuff. Yeah. Sometimes I'll grab a little bundle of shirt or something. Yeah, so we got the right elbow up, the left elbow down. Good. Press soles of feet into the earth. And that thing that you were doing in lunge, this is really no different. Inhale, grow the abdomen away from the pelvis. And this will be a good one, Tweebs, Corinne. As now, next several breaths, keep lifting, floating that abdomen up away from the pelvis. Feel breath underneath the heart. You start to suffuse that chest cavity with your breath. And I'll ask, present time, what do you feel in your chest cavity? What do you feel? Breathing into your heart space. All answers are valid. That's it, Nancy. That's it. I use that right arm to help lift, literally picking those upper ribs up away from those lower ribs. That's it, Laura. That's it. That's it, Tweebs. That's it. Let's take one more very deep breath into the shoulder, chest, heart. Reach up to that right arm. Release. Let the arms go. Let the strap go. We're moving into an interlock again, but it's warrior, twisting warrior interlock. Inhale the left arm up, and when you reach up, articulate those chest bones, lift them up. Exhale, hook that left armpit over the right thigh. And here, either folding that left hand under the thigh or grabbing onto clothing. tweebs, do that move where you kind of arc the chest bones like up. Yes. Yes. It's going to take some back muscle, some upper back muscle, but that's perfect. Good. Good. That's yes, 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 yes. Exactly. Exactly. Just kind of recomposing momentarily that chest starts to rearrange all that shoulder and that heart area. When you unwind, inhale, place the hands down, and we exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Please choose cobra if your arms feel a little wobbly or your spine feels a little wobbly. Exhale, downward dog. So do that archer warrior one. Inhaling the left foot forward. And this time we go left elbow up, right elbow down. Like so. Now connect to your breath. Because when we connect to our breath, not only do we gain access to our visceral five, six senses, but our breath allows us to feel that subtle territory. It allows us to feel those deeper and pervasive impulses and reactivities, a lot of that subtle, that really subtle phenomena. So your connection to breath not only allows you to feel present time, but feel very subtly. You start to feel the artifacts that precede reactivity. That's astounding. If we could feel the signals and the signs, the artifacts that precede reactivity or precede thought or precede beliefs, would we not want that information? Now, when you release, just let the strap go, let the arms go, just let them hang down for a moment, because that can be a good amount of shoulder. All right, so we're moving into twisting warrior interlock. Inhale, draw the right arm up. With it, draw and lift the chest bones up. Yes, yes, yes. Exhale, hook that right armpit over the left thigh. And as you're moving into the twist, can you still feel that articulation, like chest bones, lifting, moving toward the chin? One of the codes that I use for am I sensing or am I drifting off into thought is usually if there's language, there's reduced feeling. Often. If I find myself languaging inside my head, I can often afford a little bit more of that deep Ujjayi breath. And when we release, Inhale, unwind. Set the hands down. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, coming up, upward dog or cobra. Yeah, I pull the shoulders. Yeah, that's it, Carol, that's it. Exhale, downward dog. All right, inhale, step or lightly jump feet forward. Monkey. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Inhale, bend knees, reach the arms overhead. Exhaling, stand, hands to heart. Now. So I think we all have a strap, and what's great about towel is that towel might be a nice extension cord for your strap. We're working dancer today. May I borrow this strap from you? Cool. Thank you. So dancer, as a reminder, I go big loop, or if you have a short strap and a little clothing or something. So just a reminder, dancer is I bring those arms really close. As I reach the thigh out, I reach the arm bones forward. As I press my shin bone backward, I send my forearm bones forward. Okay. So anticipate, we'll do each side 8 breaths, and then we'll do each side again 8 breaths. There's some wall if you need a little extra support. What else? I'm here if you need me. Don't mind if you do.
I don't mind if I do.
We've got a see if that works. Ooh, we got a little more space. Cool. Good. It'll be just a super subtle shift, David, but if you bring that right hip downward. Yes. So I've got my right foot forward, my right arm hugs the outer right thigh, and my left hand is down for support. This is one part twist, so I'm squeezing, turning my chest to the right, and one part side bends. I'm draping my ribs toward the earth. Now, if you don't feel this in the left side, the sideline of your body, it might help to walk that left leg back more. It might help to point or reach that left leg back more. That's it, Kara. I think that's a great move for the hip. And so keep reaching that left leg outward away. Feeling like the particles of leg going toward the back of the mat as you connect to deep Ujjayi breath. As you press the ball of your right foot into the ground, Tweebs, as you squeeze your leg in, there you go. It's a very different part of the back. Yeah, that inner leg, that inner right foot through which you're pressing, allows you to get into those more central parts of sacrum. Now inhale, let's unwind. We'll step back into downward dog so we can do this on the other side. Inhale, step left foot forward. And now the left arm hugs the outer left thigh. So if I just twist my chest, what likely happens is my legs will kind of splay, and it won't really wind the system up. We're trying to take the slack out of the system so that as we breathe, there's an increased softening. So I press that sole of left foot in, especially the inner half. And I reach back through that right foot, especially the inner half. That's it. So now when you squeeze, there's, and sending that breath into the sacrum, like getting that breath right under those bones. Feeling that breath spread through the right side of the abdominal wall. The right side of those ribs, those intercostals. And exaggerate your deep breath moves those right side ribs and those rib muscles, just feeling what can decongest from around the ribs and the shoulder. Go really deep breath, Kara. Inhale, unwind, set hands down. Exhale, downward dog. Now let's gently set the knees down, have a seat. We use a little more shoelace and a little twist to just further soften the system. So I've got my right ankle atop the left knee. Shins stacked. And nobody said they have back issues, but let's just play around. And if you want to remain quite vertical, so the spine is more neutral than folded, then you can work this, again, quite vertical. We're going to twist toward the foot, which puts a little more love through the side of the body. So inhale that right armpit over that right foot. And then some part of this arm will be able to connect to the foot. Now it tends to happen that right sit bone wants to kind of lift off the ground, but if you reach it down, there's a nice little extra discovery, often sensation in that right side hip or waist. And so I'm using the hands to gently pull or elongate my abdominal cavity, my ribs, out over that thigh. And then exhaling, any arm pressure, any arm and foot pressure can help unwind or release in the right hip. Two hands, shoulder width. Yeah. So we're going to get you coming this way. So pull back on me. Yeah. Oh. Ugh. There you go. Now, it's so gentle, as you gentle press that right foot, you can feel that thigh bone lengthening away from the. There we go. Been running a lot? Oh, okay. That's cool. Good. Now pull like you're going to pull your navel a millimeter toward me. And let's release. I just wanted you to feel the difference between elongating this way and just bending to your left. Let's switch sides. If you want a toe rope on the other side, I can set you up. Just let me know. These moments are about helping relieve and unwind the back. Everyone's back behaves a little differently after back bends. I just want to make sure we give it lots of breath, like a calming, soothing salve. Inhale, reach with your left armpit way out over that foot. Exhale, we'll get some part of that left arm to contact left foot. And the simplest relief move we might get is just settling and sinking that left sit bone down. That's it, Nancy. Another form of relief and release, of course, deep breath. To really feel the low back, the tissues, the bones. Another master key way into finding a bit more relief and release in your whole system is relaxing the jaw and the lip muscles. And while we're at it, since we're in the master key zone, Might as well relax the back of the neck, the master key areas. Now, having relaxed all of that structure, you might discover you can deepen breath. And when you unwind, let's set up for Shavasana, please. If you have a particularly sensitive back, this short wall over here looks like an ideal height if you want to rest your calves atop it. Okay. And so our aim today our intention was to every moment that we could remember to reconnect to a deep Ujjayi breath. To return to a sensory rich experience. Moving back and moving into a sensory rich experience. Feeling the breeze on your skin. Smelling the prescient rain in the air. Sometimes you can smell the ozone, the soil. As we keep coming back to this sensory rich way of being in our bodies. It enables us to start to rely less on our reactivities, our opinions. And when we enter into a sensory rich, listening state, it can have the feeling that we don't know. And that's actually a really good training catch. To feel that state of being, where we're not certain, we don't know. So when you're ready, ooh, bend, turn onto a side. And press yourself up. Namaste. I'm glad we can do this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's keep winning.